Hello and welcome. Chris from Missouri here, bringing you another video of vintage baseball cards. In this video, I'm going to tell you what I have going on. I'm going to show you a few cards, and I'm going to answer a question from a person that watches my YouTube channel. See, this time of year for me, I've mentioned this once before, earlier, a month ago maybe, but I call this, I believe that baseball cards have a season. I've said that before, and this is the end of the baseball card season for me. There's a chance that I might be going to one more show. There's a big show in Arkansas, Bentonville, Arkansas, that I might be going to in December. But on that same day, there's a show in St. Louis called the Machinist Hall Show. And I really like both those guys that put on those shows, that run them. They've allowed me to set up and asked me to set up a few times at their shows. And then I set up a lot locally here in Columbia, Missouri, and both these guys really come up and support this show and set at it, and they're really good people. So I'll probably end up going to one of those shows in December, but I don't know. This actually might be the end because I'm trying to save up some money to go to Strongsville, Ohio. See, I get to say Strongsville, Ohio in this video. Strongsville, Ohio is close to Cleveland, and it's coming up in April of the following spring of next year, in April 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, something like that. And I'm going to be talking about that a lot and stuff because we are going to have a big get together. When I say we, it's YouTube content creators and anybody that hears my voice right now, anybody that hears anybody else talk about it. That Friday night at Strongsville, we're going to have a get together at the Best Western Hotel right across the parking lot from the show. Speaking of the Best Western Hotel, I've been talking to a couple ladies that are now in charge of it, and apparently they have some of their quirks that have been kind of a little folklore the last 2 years. See, last year we had about 55 people there, and the year before we had a few, but both years we've had trouble with different things, the elevator and some food and different things. But it's under, I don't know, there's new people in charge, and the lady in charge of the catering and the festivities just told me they've won a few awards, and they're looking forward to having us again. So you can call them direct. You can call Best Western on Royalton Road direct and mention to them that you reserve a room, and mention to them you're part of the YouTube content creators get together, and you'll receive a discount. Now, there is going to be a code coming up that I can get you, and you smart brainiacs that can get online and use the technology like you're supposed to, can drop that code but somehow it's going to help us. I don't know yet, but mention that you're part of the YouTube content creators and reserve your room, and it's going to be a great time. So when I say this is the off season for me of baseball card collecting, I enjoy this season too. I enjoy this season. I have a lot of slab cards, and I want to keep my VCP updated, and I'm having some struggles with it. But I actually did inventory with some friends that helped me catch up, and so I got that arranged. So that was fun. And then now I'm working on my room just so I can, behind me here, you can see I have different cards up, but that's going to rotate more and stuff. So I want to get my room squared away, change it a little bit, so I have all winter to do that. Another thing that I'm doing is I'm mapping out what I'm going after. I'm making a plan, and but let me show you some cards, and let me show you what I'm going after so you'll know. So I'm working on that just a bit outside set that I'm going after. Now, I tried to do the go back here. I tried to do a video on that to explain what it is, and I fumbled it around and that kind of stuff, just like I do a lot. But anyway, that just a little bit outside is my own set, a list of cards, five cards at every position, 5 catchers, 5 first basemen, so on. And I'm listing the 5 best players that I believe that are closest to be in the Hall of Fame that's eligible, that cards, their rookie cards, were before 1980. So I'm going after that set. And so here's what that looks like. So this is part of that. Jose Cruz is part of that card. So now I'm going after some of these cards that I put on that list. And so that's one of them. Another one that I've been going after for a long time, along with my friends, Mike Moynihan, baseball collector, and Ray from Philly. And it's cards like this. And I have about 50 more of these cards to go after. Now, if you guys would lend me a tad bit of money, I could go after a nice little Babe Ruth that's in there, and maybe even the Honus Wagner. But another collection I'm going after is John Wade Boggs fan. Started his own set, where I kind of got the inspiration from starting my own set about the Hall of Fame. And he has one. His set's called the 100 cards for $100,000. And I'm just 2 cards from finishing that. I'm a 1952 Jackie Robinson and a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. You know, I'll probably get those like tomorrow or something. No, just kidding. That'll take forever, but I'm looking for those cards. I'm also going after the, player runs. See, it is off season of Showcase Showdown. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I want to enlighten you. See, on Baseball Collectors channel, we do a thing called Showcase Showdown, where we go against each other, my cards against his cards, to see who has the best player run of a certain player. And we've done almost 400 player runs. Now we've done almost 40 player runs in Showcase Showdown, and it's been fun. We have a great time. But now it's also the off season of that. And so we're going to have to put about 15 new players on the wheel. And so I'm doing player runs, and I think this guy's going to be on that wheel. And that's Willie Stargell's player run. Now, I don't know why we haven't done Willie Stargell yet, but that's going to be a fun one. So we have that going on. I have a bunch of different things going on, and it's fun. I'm able to stay busy. And, it's just the off season. I'm getting ready for the next year of collecting baseball cards. And so I want to answer a question. We have a lot of YouTube channels here that takes Q&As, and I had a guy, I have a person, Plow King 74, and he asked a question on the last video about how can he enjoy his cards. See, he has in his question, I'm paraphrasing this because I don't know, I didn't write it down. And I don't copy and paste very well, so and I don't edit. But his question was basically, how can he enjoy his cards? See, he has sets from 1951 to 1992. That's a lot of sets, and that's a lot of big cards. And he has stuff including like the 61, 62 Fleer, and he has a bunch of OPC cards and the big cards. And he keeps his bigger cards in a safe. And by the tone of his letter, he doesn't get them out and take a look at them like he should or like he wish he could, because it's about safety. He's afraid to get things stolen. And I get that. I tussle with that a lot. And there's a lot of people on here that tussle with it. And I know there's a lot of people that keep their cards in a safe and a vault. And let me tell you guys this. I've said this before. My wife's a banker, and she has an office in a bank, and a bank's pretty secure. So when I go on vacation or when I leave for the weekend, I will take 2 Zion cases full of my best cards. I just kind of load them in, my most expensive cards, and I'll take them to the bank. Now, when I get home from wherever I've been, I have fun putting them back in their location. Sometimes their location is in a safe at my house, but it's a thing that it's a battle that goes inside my head. I want to see them. I have them out here. Some of my cards now. This round, these are the cards that aren't in the top 100 value of my collection. Matter of fact, I have some of the 1963 cards up there. I do have a Pete Rose up there. These are 1951 cards, but they're none of my high-end rookie cards. They're no Willie Mays or Mickey Mantles like that. No, none like that. Still some nice cards. And then over on the other side, I have the 1971s, and then I also have the 1952s. And in the middle, I have Bobby Witt cards because it's the off season, and I'm putting that up there for good luck, so maybe the Royals can pick up a couple corner outfield bats. But I get it. My favorite cards to look at probably are sitting in the safe. So I don't know. Really, the answer can be found by a lot of different people. I'm going to give you a suggestion or two, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to finish telling you what I do. I would insure those cards. You can get the insurance for those cards specifically. Talk to an insurance brokerage. Don't talk to one that's not a brokerage that can't look for various insurances, because they're all different. They're all different. You need to make sure they know what your needs are, and you give them the correct information. And that should ease your fear a little bit, but nobody wants their stuff stolen. But I do know people that have it insured. And the other thing, here's what I do. I have them here in my house. I love looking at them. I don't mind locking my door and getting my room and getting those cards out. And I do that a lot. And I feel safe when I put them away, and if I'm gone for any period of time, I'm taking them to a safer location. That's not silly. I left them in the basement of my mother and father-in-law's house for a long time. And then every once in a while, I'd get them out and take them with me, because I always had more at my age then. I had more traffic in my house with my kids' friends, my ex-players, my players, just more gatherings. And no one ever suspected my mother-in-law of collecting baseball cards, so they would not go down and look in her storage room next to her Christmas trees or that kind of stuff. I was pretty confident. But please find some kind of middle ground that you can enjoy your cards, because you don't want to be the guy that, I got everything, I got this, but you can't share it with people. So try to find some common ground or something that allays your fears a little bit with the insurance part. Not having to store them in a bank vault the whole time. Maybe get you safe at home, store some of that stuff that way. So one more thing I want to show you that I'm going after. Now, I actually have what some of the old crusty old guys call the bright and shiny cards, and I like that, and I'm learning more about that, because there's some friends of mine in the hobby that I respect that collect that way, that collect those cards, and I want to understand. But again, I met this young girl named Emerson, and she got a Caitlin Clark card off of me. So I'm looking to go after every Caitlin Clark card I can, so maybe I can share those with my new friend Emerson. So that's 4 or 5 things that I have going on, and I'm really, again, looking forward to this time of year. I'm looking forward to get things organized. I'm building some work, or building some shelves at work, maybe to help me even store my cards better and better have the, better to look at them when they're out. And just a great time. And I'm catching up on videos. So, guys, I hope you find this time as enjoyable as me, or make it the best, the best off season you can have in your baseball card collecting. But guys, remember, it is just a hobby. Collect what you like.